Ready. Play.
Alex de Minaur, who is just doing an Alex de Minaur, right? I mean,
Yeah.
winning the matches he should. Now the question is whether the match against Tommy Paul, whether that's something he should be winning on clay or not.
Good question, right? Because Tommy doesn't have a win in that one, and it's like 5-0. I mean, they haven't played in a couple of years now.
It is.
And Tommy has looked better, but who do you back more under pressure, Maybe Alex, maybe. Just because like he's kind of that player right now where it's like he's kind of good enough to make the clay in the clay court tournaments as well, like just good enough to get by the early rounds with ease. And then he kind of runs into an opponent like this who can challenge him in many different ways with a pretty complete game. But I don't know if Tommy has that one signature weapon right now that will get him over the line against the defense of Alex. So that head to head is something that, regardless, I mean, they played on slow, hard courts. Like, for example, Acapulco, they played that final, that was compelling. Tommy certainly had some chances, but De Minaur was just able to force a few too many errors off the Tommy forehand and in defense. So, yeah, I don't know. I probably lean Alex slightly, but if it went the other way, it wouldn't really shock me.
Yeah, that 5-0 is insane. I was just gonna say that too.
Mhm.
Sure, I guess, but no, they should be just like grinding it out, so physical between them, I imagine. And you would expect that Tommy gets one, at least at some point. Is
Yeah,
Clay actually helpful in this matchup for him? I don't know, maybe. Like
maybe.
this definitely isn't one of these matches where just like entering that and thinking, okay, the Minor has to win. Is he still the slight favorite? Maybe. I mean, it would definitely be very fitting for his season if he kept going. And yeah, again, just had the type of event where he's progressing, and then there's a player that Musetti type, like in the two of the three most recent clay events he played. I guess with Alex though, he is in that third quarter, right? Sorry, I mean second quarter. So he would then
Mhm.
play Hurkacz or Menchik, and maybe that would even be an easier matchup for him than Tommy Paul. Obviously, the most Alex de Minaur event, I guess, here would be to reach the semis and lose to Sinner without winning a set.
Yes.
So maybe that's what it's going to be. I mean, becoming mental for Tommy, sure, but the last match was in August 23, so actually no, even 23 Los Cabos, was that the year when it was held in February? No, that was
No,
still
no,
August.
yeah. Los Cabos, I think, is their last matchup, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Los Cabos February, that was only
Yeah. He
24, right?
was. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, August 2023, I think he's had a lot of time to potentially reset and come up with some new energy playing Alex.
Mhm.
Well, obviously they had a Rome matchup. They're only one on clay. Paul said he's motivated to get one back on Alex. I can imagine that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know if this is the right moment. So I'd probably lean slightly Alex.
Tough to say. I mean, Deminor is kind of similar to Paulini in that sense that it's very tempting to just say, yeah, the other player has a higher upside, and he probably does. But the other
Mhm.
player doesn't get the results and the consistency of wins that Alex is able to, and then it's tough to it's easy to underestimate the guy, let's say, and he's just been pretty much a menace this season. You cannot beat him unless you're like top 10, Alex Deminor.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, it's tough to say, that's for sure. I think that head to head probably best to like keep it in mind, but I wouldn't say it's like a factor that just screams at me and tells me, "Oh yeah, so once more, it's
Yeah.
definitely has to happen."
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.